Supreme Court signals interest in hearing a major climate change case that could be a nightmare for liberals. Sen. Sheldon Whitehouse last week called the courts captured by the fossil fuel industry. The Supreme Court seemed to signal interest this week in taking up a challenge launched by Hawaii against big oil companies to hold them liable for climate change. And some Democrats are suggesting the High Court is captured for the fossil fuel industry. The Supreme Court on Monday asked the Justice Department to weigh in on a petition to hear a lawsuit brought by the City of Honolulu against major fuel companies including Sunoco, Exxon, and Chevron, claiming the company's products cause greenhouse gas emissions and global warming without warning consumers about the risks. The city employed a series of state laws like public nuisance and trespass measures and said the company should pay billions to the state to abate the effects of climate change like weather events, sea level rise, heat waves, flooding, and global warming generally. The High Court gave DOJ no deadline for the Solicitor General's input, but its request indicates a high likelihood the court wants to hear the case. The energy companies first appealed to the Hawaii Supreme Court, arguing federal law prevents individual states from effectively shaping energy policies for all states. But that court disagreed and ruled that the case should advance to trial. One justice said the aloha spirit inspires constitutional interpretation. It is important for the U.S. Supreme Court to grant review. The Hawaii Supreme Court's decision flatly contradicts U.S. Supreme Court precedent and Federal Circuit Court decisions, including the Second Circuit, which held in dismissing New York City's similar lawsuit. Such a sprawling case is simply beyond the limits of state law. Theodore J. Botros, Jr. of Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher, lawyer for the Chevron Corporation, told Fox News that these meritless state and local lawsuits violate the federal constitution and interfere with federal energy policy, he said. But some Democrats and liberal advocates have begun preemptively criticizing the court. Last week, Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, DR, who Senate Committee, posted on X saying capture courts delays of interference in fossil fuel emissions. Regulations have already saved polluters hundreds of billions, way more than they spent to capture it. But there is no end to fossil fuel polluters' greed and entitlement. Lisa Graves, the executive director of the left-wing watchdog group True North Research, told the Rolling Stone that fossil fuel companies' efforts to evade legal accountability are being aided by the very same groups that help the majority of justices on the Supreme Court get their seats on the bench. The Federalist Society, a conservative legal group, and affiliated lawyers and group have discussed the case in seminars and journal articles, advocating that the court take up the case. The Federalist Society has made recommendations to Republican administrations for justices and judges across the country, but Fox News Digital has previously reported that the Hawaii litigation has been pushed by liberal dark money groups and legal partners. Hawaii Supreme Court Chief Justice Mark Rickenwald, in his opinion, rejecting the energy company's arguments, defense knew of the dangers of using fossil fuel products, knowingly concealed and misrepresented the climate impacts of the fossil fuel products, and engaged in sophisticated disinformation campaigns to cast doubt on the science, causes, and effect of global warming, causing increased fossil fuel consumption and greenhouse gas emissions, which then caused property and infrastructure damage in Honolulu. Last year, Fox News Digital reported last year that Rickenwald quietly disclosed in May that he presented for a course in collaboration with a little-known judicial advocacy organization funded by left-wing Environmental Law Institute, ELI. According to the ELI, the Climate Judiciary Project is designed to educate judges across the country on how to handle climate change litigation that comes before them. As the climate litigation grows, judges must consider complex scientific and legal questions, many of which are developed rapidly. CJP states on its website, to address these issues, the Climate Judiciary Project of the Environmental Law Institute is collaborating with leading national judicial education institutions to meet judges' need for basic familiarity with climate science methods and concepts. Sheldon LLP, the firm helping represent Hawaii at the Supreme Court, works on dozens of climate nuisance cases, representing cities and states across the country. The Daily Caller reported that the firm accepted $2.5 million in 2022 from the New Venture Fund and fund of the liberal dark money firm Arabella Advisors. In addition to sharing funding sources, Sheldon LLP and EI have shared personnel. In February, Senator Ted Cruz, R. Texas, revealed that former Biden administration official Ann Carlson sold Sheldon on climate litigation while serving EI's board. We have been raising awareness of the dangers of public nuisance litigation for over your age, Senator of the Alliance of Consumers, told News Digital. These cases represent a coordinated and threat to everyday consumers. Judges, commentators, law firms, and state court judges all funded, supported, trained by left-wing dark money. And these cases find support calls of Congress from hypocrites like Sheldon Whitehouse, who bemoan dark fighting legal fees for illegal public nuisance cases. Whitehouse's true goal, and that of most news is to remove fraud services from a market that do not align with the best idea, he said. Left-wing dark money groups, such as the Judiciary Project, are not trying to judge all this country with a far left line agenda. Very similar president of the Justice Network, Fox News, Supreme Court cases and not air produced because this court cares about constitutional tenets and federal and policy goals, she said.